Hello everybody, this is Lisa Felser and this is my friend Lotus.
Hello.
Lotus is here so we can teach you how to teach your students about open and closed syllables and syllabication. So for this part of the lesson, or this lesson, we need your concept cards for closed and open syllables, which have the definition of each on the back, in case you forget. We need to have some index cards with your closed and open syllables on them, which I'll explain. You need your syllable division book, if you need to choose some words, your volunteer training binder, and your lesson instruction manual. Turned to page 14. We talked about what a syllable is. We'll just remind us, a syllable is a word or part of a word with one vowel sound, right? So syllables have to have a vowel or a vowel team or some sort of vowel sound. We start with the simplest first with open and closed syllables. The easiest way to demonstrate what open and closed syllables are, I made these cards. I'll show them and then I'll show you. So these have short CVC words on them. CVC, consonant, vowel, consonant, right? And so this word is? Got. And when this is a closed syllable because the vowel is closed in by another consonant, right? The door is closed, and therefore this vowel says its short name, ah. When you open the door, you let the vowel yell its name. Now what does it say?
Go.
Go, yeah. So got, go. We're yelling out the door. Got, go. This is open, this is closed. Let's try another one.
Met. Me.
Met. Me. You gotta yell it out the door. Let's have a little more enthusiasm here.
Hem. He.
There you go. Hem, open the door, he. So now I'm gonna give you a little test. Got my little sticky notes with some open and closed syllables on there, and we're gonna get Lotus to tell us what's what.
That is a closed syllable.
Yes, why is that a closed syllable?
Because there's two consonants closing the vowel.
Close. It only matters if there's a consonant after the vowel. This one doesn't make a difference. So this is sit, and so we know that because it's a closed syllable, the I says eh, sit, right? Let's go to one that, here you go. Is that open or closed?
Closed.
Closed. Why is it closed?
Because there's a consonant after the vowel.
That's correct. And there's nothing in front of the vowel, it's just after the vowel, so that's it. Let's do this one.
Go.
So is that open or closed?
It's open.
Why is it open?
Because there's not a consonant after the vowel.
Very good. So what does all that mean and why do we care? Because if you know what type of syllable you're working with, then you'll know what the vowels will say. So depending on what type of syllable, depends on what the vowel says. So there's 7 syllable types. Some will argue 6, some will argue 8. Our curriculum does 7. And we're gonna go through all of them in future videos. This video is going to just show you closed and open syllables and how to divide your syllables. It's called syllabication because it's such a fun word. So you're gonna start with a colored pen. Which one would you like? Okay, so you're going to underline the vowels in your word. Okay, and label them with a V because they're vowels underneath. Now you're going to draw a bridge between your vowels and you're going to label what's in between. So underline each one and label it. If it's a consonant, you're going to label it with a C, and it should be a consonant, it shouldn't be anything else. Okay, so if you recall, I said there's 7 syllable types and then there's 4 syllable division patterns. The most common one is shown here, and it's VCCV. When we have that syllable division pattern, you divide the word between the 2 consonants. So you can draw a line between the 2 consonants all the way through. And now that first syllable, is that open or closed?
Closed.
Okay, do you remember the mark that you make for a closed syllable? It's that brev, right? that little U thing on top of the vowel. Yep, and you code that with a CL for closed. And then you know this brev is the mark for a short vowel sound, right? So this one, this syllable, is it open or closed?
Closed.
Closed. Okay, so code your vowel. There you go. And now you can read the syllables.
Sunset.
And read the whole word.
Sunset.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, so that's what that looks like when it's fully coded. Now we're gonna do one with, there's a couple of like variations that you need to know, so we're gonna do a few more. How about that one? You're gonna underline your vowels, label them with a V, draw a bridge. I'm just talking us through this so you can hear what's happening, and then label what's in between. And show everybody what's your syllable division pattern. It's VCCV again, how convenient. Okay, now you're going to divide your word between what? The two consonants. Yep. And now, is this an open or a closed syllable?
Closed.
Closed syllable. Why do you know that?
Because there's a consonant after the vowel.
That's correct. Okay, so this brev marks how the vowel sound is. So it goes over the vowel directly, but it's fine, you can leave it right there. So is this open or closed, your second syllable?
Closed.
Is it closed?
No, wait, open.
Open. Why is it open?
Because there's no consonant after the vowel.
That's correct. So then, to mark that vowel, it's with a macron, that straight line above it. And that says that the vowel says it's long sound, right? And then you write an O at the top. That's how you mark an open syllable. Okay, so now read your syllables.
Jumbo.
Jumbo. All right, we're gonna do a couple more so we know how to handle things like blends and digraphs and things like that. So we have this word, don't forget to underline them. Just sometimes when the words get really long, like if you're gonna divide fantastic or something, you might get lost about what you've coded and what you haven't coded. So I underline each letter as I code. Okay, so what do we have there?
Quintet.
Quintet. So I chose this word, but it didn't work out for what I wanted it to be. When you have QU in the middle of a word, that's one consonant together. You can never label this U as a vowel when it's next to Q, because it doesn't count as a vowel then. Does that make sense? Okay, let's do one with some blends. Same process, you underline your vowels. Now you're going to label what's underneath, but when you come to, before you start writing, you're going to end up with 3 C's, right? So what do we don't even know what to do there. So you're going to keep the blend together. So you keep the FL as the consonant. So then you still come down to your VCCV pattern. So where would you divide that word? Between the I and the N and the F, correct. All right, and then you have what?
A closed.
Yep.
And another closed.
Yep. And tell me what that word is?
Inflict.
Very good, very good. There you go. That concludes this lesson. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me via email or our website. Thank you for watching and helping readers grow.
The end.